have such a beautiful world.
Earlier this year, I made a top 10 villains of the year video, and people got mad at me for not including Scourge from the new Transformers film Rise of the Beasts. Today, I'm taking another look at the villain to see just how good of an antagonist he is, giving him a score 1 out of 10. Without further ado, let's analyze Scourge.
Salvation. The galaxy will once again be yours to feast on, my master.
The worst part about Scourge is his motive. Pretty much what feels like every Transformers movie. There's a big mean Transformer in the sky that likes to eat things. And in this film, it's the big mean Transformer Unicron. Scourge's motive in this film is to collect a key that will allow his boss to come to Earth and other planets, gobbling them up, eating them up like Thanksgiving dinner. And that's it. Honestly, the motive of both Scourge and Unicron are a little bland, as we've seen it tons of times before, and I'm not even really a fan of Scourge's whole purpose being to set up this other villain. In fact, it's nothing even new in this franchise, as I feel like the plot to every single movie being evil Transformer wants to kill the world. Granted, there is a little bit of depth here to Scourge's origin, it being heavily implied that he's a victim of Unicron himself, his own planet being ravaged by the deity, but unfortunately, I don't think it's explored enough to make the character more interesting. Which is a shame, because the more I think about it, the more I'm interested in why Scourge is so loyal to Unicron. Is it this Stockholm Syndrome thing? Is it fear? Has he actually learned to agree with this belief of planetary destruction? I'm afraid we'll never know.
I'm tired of little things getting in my way.
The actual personality of Scourge is a lot better than his motive, thank goodness. Peter Dinklage, man, is a walking W, and as always, he does a great job. The thing that I like most about Scourge is that the dude is relentless as hell, really feeling like one of those unstoppable villains in the vein of the T-1000. Scourge is a hunter, and it feels like it. The character having the highest kill count of any villain in this franchise, and that's awesome. It's always good when a movie says their villain is intimidating, and then they prove it. Even though he's not the endgame threat of this movie, he feels like this impending problem they're gonna have to deal with. But the best thing about Scourge is how he complements one of the main protagonists of the film in Optimus Prime. The movie is a reboot, so this version of Optimus hates humans with all his gears. He doesn't trust them, he thinks they're worthless, and hey, so does Scourge. Eventually though, Optimus learns to play nice with others, while Scourge, he never really does. And I think that's a great way to use this as a character, make Scourge a mirrored reflection of Optimus if he never gave up that disdain. A good villain complements and improves the heroes, and Scourge does a great job at that.
I love your fire, Prime, but you're going to die on this speck of dust.
Let's talk scenes though, because what's a good Transformer movie without some action? Come on now, you gotta give the people what they want. Luckily for us, Rise of Beasts doesn't disappoint, and even better, Scourge stands out as a fighter in this film. The highlight has to be this poison corruption thing he uses. Although I'm a bit bummed he doesn't use it more, but it still makes him all the more scary and intimidating, making every encounter with the character feel dangerous. And in general, I'd say that's one of the best parts of this character. He feels like someone who's actively making an impact. He kills Bumblebee, corrupts Airazor, and for a half second kills Mirage. Like, damn dude, this guy's getting results, okay? Hate the game, not the player. In general, this movie just has tons of great action, as is kind of expected in this franchise. Every clash between Scourge and Optimus being some of the highlights. The museum fight, that hill fight, the ending, they're all great scenes.
Give me the transwarp key, and he will spare your home.
Scourge is a solid villain for the movie, and Peter Dinklage is always great. I will say though, his motive is a little lacking and bland, and I just wish they explored him a little more in this film. But movies like this, where they have tons of characters, they're probably a little more concerned with setting up the heroes, the ones who are going to be popping up in future movies down the road. He's good for this movie, but I'm not sure he'll be this villain that sticks with us in a few years unless he returns. So I'm going to give Scourge a 6.5.
No one will remember this pathetic planet, and no one will remember you.
Thanks so much for watching New Villain Review every single Monday. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know who you want me to review next. And thanks for watching.
Awaken, almighty Unicron. Your time has come.